Hello and welcome to game number 2 between Team Liquid and No Tidehunter. We're gonna be having No Tidehunter being one game up in this series as they have just won game number 1, and Liquid trying to force out a game number 3 out of No Tidehunter, of course, because otherwise they will be knocked out, because this is the loser bracket finals. No, not true. This is the loser bracket consolidation finals, and here are the standings for your information. We see that No Tidehunter was actually the team that originally knocked down Liquid towards the losers bracket, and now No Tidehunter got knocked down by Virtus Pro, who went on to the winners bracket not yet played. And we're going to be seeing the losers bracket right here, where we see No Tidehunter making their way through the losers bracket, Liquid as well, after beating Empire earlier today. Now up against each other to decide which one is going to be going up against the loser for the winners bracket finals, and which one then will be going on towards the grand finals, of course, because that's the question. And yeah, we're going to be seeing who is going to be doing it, if Liquid can make amends for their dropout earlier in the tournament, or if No Tidehunter is going to repeat what they did and are going to be knocking down Liquid once more, and this time knocking them down for good in this Ritmix Russian Dota 2 League. We're going to be having IO banned out together with the Lifestealer. No surprise there, even though the Wisp was in the hands of No Tide the previous game, making a big difference. Not just the Wisp, but the mobility of their entire team was just insanely good, as they're gonna leave the Nyx in the pool, as well as the Keeper of Light and the Bat Rider, and Liquid actually picking up the Bat rather than a Nyx Assassin, which is interesting considering Nyx Assassin is considered to be a counter against both the Keeper of Light and the Bat Rider. Lone Druid and Nature's Prophet getting banned out, so a bit of a split push, as well as Admiral Bulldog's heroes being banned out there. And Liquid already having the Bat Rider, which is nice and all that, but last game they had a Bat Rider as well, weren't able to make it through. Can they do it now?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I'm kind of thinking about what they can pick up. Is it going to be a Lifestealer, Magnus? What kind of hero do they want to have? Do they want to go for that Puck, for a Korok already, or for a Storm? Or do they want to just pick up their lanes already? Like go and for a Storm and for something else? No, they pick up the Shadow Demon, the hero that they do not want to have banned out. I don't think No Tidehunter was going to plan on pick it up, considering they already have 2 heroes. They were probably going to play it as support. S4 could be picking up the Nyx Assassin to go solo mid with it, but I'm not really expecting it so far. But a good support picked up by Liquid already, as you're going to be, you're going to be guaranteed that No Tidehunter supports if Liquid didn't pick up any of the supports. We're going to be having the Magnus still getting picked up, so that is the control that they have right there with the RP. Let's see what No Tidehunter is going to pick up together with their already strong trail lane. And a Nyx and a Keeper of the Light. Is it going to be that Phantom Lancer? No. People, you can stop holding your breath. It is the Clockwork instead. Clockwork, a hero that is also a hero for control, a bit of a different kind though. Gonna be going probably on the off lane. Good hero against maybe a potential Lifestealer that could be picked up by Liquid. But other than that, just pure control will be the issue. Like if Magnus goes skewers himself, it does mean Skewer goes over the thing, over the cogs, but at least his mana gets burned, maybe not be able to cast his RP anymore, and if he can, his team will be having troubles reaching the RP because they will be out of the well, they will be having to go around the cogs, which is not really ideal to be having. And anyway, then ban out comes for the Phantom Lancer, with the Gyrocopter getting banned out as well.
Team ban.
I keep thinking about pizzas. It's very bad.
Dire team ban.
There we go, it's the Queen of Pain that gets banned out by Liquid. They know that the Magnus is gonna probably go mid for themselves, so they can already just ban out heroes that they do not want to face. Puck might be another one that they want to ban out, with another ban coming from No Tidehunter to be the carry, the Luna.
Dire team ban.
Let's see what the last ban is gonna be for No Tidehunter. Could be a support hero like a Leshrek or a Lina, or hero in that case, considering like RP is great and all that, but you want to have something to go through it. So something like an AoE stun or AoE disable, AoE damage, all that kind of stuff, which all those 3 heroes that I just mentioned all have.
10 seconds
Liquid is
remaining.
probably still gonna pick up one of those 3.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Come on, no tide. Thinking about it. There we go. It is a Leshrac. No surprise there.
Radiant team pick.
But you have to pick one of the 3. Probably one of the 2 others are still in the pool. We saw Liquid picking up the Jakiro earlier today already. They also are favoring lately a lot of Shadow Shamans and Lion pickups. They could still pick up one of those 2. But the AoE damage of those 2 is not really there. I mean, you have the AoE disable, at least from the Lion there. And you have the wards as damage, but combining it up with the Magnus is not as great, I feel like, as the Jakiro, for example.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
There we go.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
I am
They're
Shadow
still
Shaman.
Shadow Shaman, so they wait their
Dire
options.
team pick.
Almost tick down towards the end of the bonus time, and it's still gonna be the Shadow Shaman. No Tidehunter. Sorry, I may notice that I'm a bit more quiet than I normally am. Probably because I was still thinking about pizza that got discussed in my chat earlier before the game. Probably that reason. Doesn't
10
matter though.
seconds remaining.
Doesn't matter. We're here to enjoy a match. I'm actually thinking that No Tidehunter
5 seconds remaining.
are, I mean, they're not playing with their full roster, right?
Reserve time.
And last game, they won based on lineup. And yes, that means I do know that the Phantom Lancer Keeper of Light lost based on lineup. But that is because, well, not based on lineup. Nah, not based on lineup. It wasn't all based on lineup, for sure not. No Tidehunter was way too aggressive for that. Based on play? I'm rambling. But I'm kinda thinking, like, we know No Tidehunter's plan, we saw what they want to do. They were having the heroes that they needed to be aggressive all over the map, and now
at your service.
they're gonna be going for something entirely different.
Radiant team pick.
With having the Keeper of Light and Nyx. I mean, Nyx can be fairly aggressive, but so far, nothing as aggressive as they had previous game. While Liquid with the Bat Ride and the Magnus could definitely be doing that aggression. And I'm kind of thinking how No Tidehunter is gonna do this, because overall, I think they're a very strong team. And I think
10
Liquid is a
seconds
bit
remaining.
still searching for how to deal with No Tidehunter. I think a lot of teams are still
5
searching how to
seconds
deal with No
remaining.
Tidehunter.
Reserve time.
Faceless Void.
Oh, but that was not a hero that I was
Dire
expecting.
team
A Faceless Void. Like I was saying, like you want to have stuff to go through the RP and stuff. But Faceless Void, I mean, if he gets a battlefield hero, yes, he can have stuff to go through the RP. But Magnus can't do anything when that Faceless Void is popping his Chronosphere. Maybe land a Shockwave or something, but other than that, nothing. Batrider can fly through to go for the flames. They don't really have to have that
10
many stuff
seconds
that can go
remaining.
through that Chronosphere. I find it kind of a disjointed
seconds remaining.
pickup. Wow, English.
Reserve time.
But it can definitely work out. Faceless Void farming. So far, No Tidehunter don't have their carry yet. We'll still be picking that one up.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
And
remaining.
I've just figured out... Oh. Wow. That's a Spectre. I hope he has the item. I hope he has the set. Loadout that is. But that is gonna be Spectre. I just thought of something. I wonder if there's ever been a Dota 2 game, a professional one, where when the draft was done, teams already called GG purely based on draft. That would be kind of interesting. Probably not. But that is, yeah. That is an interesting lineup as we're again waiting for Fluff to see the timer tick down. Wow, let's get ourselves some game. Get ourselves a game. Dire side, no Tidehunter. S4 are going to be playing that Windrunner. We're going to be having a Loda on the Spectre. Bulldog playing the Clockwork on the offlane. Miracle, who's standing in for Aki today, or at least for this second match, is going to be playing the Keeper of Light with EGM on the Nyx Assassin, with of course his Nyx Assassin set, and Loda actually not having anything of the set of the Spectre. But I mean, a late game hero nonetheless, pretty decent as well. As we're gonna see on the Radiant side is gonna be Fluff playing the Shadow Shaman, with of course TC gonna be the carry again. It's gonna be his Faceless Void. That's gonna be on the bottom lane. Korok will be fighting on this Magnus in the mid lane. With IX Mike playing the Shadow Demon as a support, going to be placing some wards, and of course Bulba again on the Bat Rider, as we've seen him being that a couple of times today already. We're going to be seeing how Liquid is going to be dealing with this. I mean, they have got a Faceless Void. Faceless Void, the thing about the hero is, I mean, he is a late game carry, right? And he's considered one of the best, if not the best, late game carries, purely for the fact that he can, with his Chronosphere, make everybody stand still and just take damage from him, which at some point should be enough to take everybody down. What's with the papers? But the thing about a Faceless Void is as well, I mean, you're gonna have to babysit him until he's level 6, right? When he is level 6, he can be left alone because he's got himself a Chronosphere. Might actually be able to kill off someone if he really wants to. Might be able to join in team fights. Although there's not that much that helps him in team fights in terms of other heroes that might be able to help out, but definitely is going to be already having an impact on the game. It's going to be Korok who is going to be having that as well at level 6. That's being a Magnus and all that. And he's going to be supported by Looks Fit by Fluff. So far no support needed but for TC yet, even though of course there's going to be IX Mike that's going to be coming there. And Fluff with his Zapper. Going to be zapping S4 a couple of times. As he has got himself the regen rune still in the bottom lane. He knows that he has that, so that's why he was that aggressive. No other reasons but that one.
Healing
and he's actually going to be roaming bottom afterwards, seeing if he can do something to Bulldog. He still only has the zap, only has the ether shock, that is disruption. Going to be helping out. No help yet from TC, so they're going to be just going for the harassment instead. Because TC doesn't want to leave his creep wave alone. Bulba, we've seen him doing this in the jungle before, stacking, pulling, stacking, and just get himself the blink dagger when he is level 8. Basically. If he goes the way that he was going in game number 3 of his game against Empire. Gonna be having Korok. Gonna be going for his bottle, already getting harassed a bit. I mean, in theory, this lineup should be going away with S4, but as you can see, S4 already getting harassed quite a bit. Picked himself up, the power shot at level 1, and actually hasn't spent his point yet in level 2, purely because he doesn't know if he's more beneficial with a wind run to be able to escape, or if he can get an aggression going by landing down a shackle if he finds Korok harassed down enough to go down with the shackle on the power shot. So. He actually gets himself level 3, he's picked up power shot as well as the wind run. Decides what he wants to do. No shackles just yet, as we do have the bottle up on Korok. Gonna be trying to go for the rune. He is running for the rune, but he is not the only one, even though the Miracle already backing off. Invis rune picked up by Korok. Won't be able to use it for the safe RP, but will be able to use it for safe last hit, which is also good if he actually pops it, which right now he's not going to do because he's on full mana and HP, so he doesn't really need it just yet. Might as well keep it in your bags then, just to make sure that you have got an escape. So we have a Spectre in the game. And the Spectre is like a hero that when I just joined Dota, when I just started playing, not casting, playing, He was actually a carry that got picked up very often, but that was also because he was one of the only carries that was in there, I guess. And the thing about it is, he needs time. He needs a lot of time and needs a lot of farm. But after that, he's gonna be one of those heroes, like the Morphling, like something combined with a Wisp, who can just farm. And when a fight happens, he can relocate himself into that fight without really having to take any time away from farming before that fight happens, to just stand around somewhere or something like that. So that is great to have. You create a lot of chaos in a team fight as well, which is something that is pretty nice to have if you're going to be up against the Chronospheres and Magnus. You don't know, it creates a lot of chaos, I guess. As we see Korak and S4 just continuing their harassment. Bottle empty now on the side of Magnus, bottle full on S4.
Not gonna happen.
It's gonna land some more harassment there. Bottle is gonna be Bottle Crowed also gonna be getting something towards oh, well, nothing yet towards Boba, that is. He's got himself 1k gold. Might be going for a very fast blink dagger. I'm not going for boots at all. Who knows? So we have Miracle hanging around for the 4-minute rune. He was a late previous rune, and now he's not going to be having that happen again. He's going to be going early now. Let's see if he gets lucky or if it's going to be going towards the Shadow Demon. And it's going to be going towards the Shadow Demon IX Mike. Guarding that towards the Magnus, probably. And so we're going to see him still picking it up, actually. Korak going to be enough with having the bottle. TP in for Boba to continue his farm. He actually picked himself up Tranquil Boots, so won't be going for a very fast blink just yet. So we have got some lag in the game apparently. We've got IX Mike sitting on no items whatsoever, no boots, but as does Bulldog. No boots for him. He is level 3 though. Able to do something. Flare comes in towards the bottom lane to throw some more harassment up on Korak. Where's the flare? Went somewhere else instead. Actually, Shackle. S4, trouble. Here comes Boba as well. Doesn't have a lasso, doesn't need it. Either shot going through. The wind run looks to be enough. Unless they really want to die. Boba can tank the tower. Shackle doesn't latch. Cooler does hit. And that's going to be a kill going away of Boba. First blood goes through. Flare missing. And the creep wave still going down as well. As
middle tower
Courier comes in to bring some items. Bring the Courier back. We're going to be getting himself some more HP with that. And there goes Spectre. Going to try to pick up some heroes. Maybe he's going to be able to pick up Bulba. No. Supports. Oh, he actually went towards the bottom lane. Was going to try to go for Fluff, of course. Fluff got very low with that encounter, but he actually didn't get it. And waste a lot of time. Going to be forced to TP back with no kill in his pocket. And 135 wasted as well. Some farming time, of course. Even though, of course, there was a miracle that takes some of the last hits there for him so that he can get some experience. I mean, he's level 3 almost, so he's going to be very happy with the solo experience that he just got. So we're going to have S4 pushing down the lane a bit, knowing that Korak is not there right now. He's on his way back towards the base. Going to be able to get that, as that is going to be also Fluff walking himself the way towards the fountain, towards heals. Having with that kill, Liquid gonna be having the upper hand right now. Loda in the meantime 38 for 3. And we're gonna be having TC sitting on 36 for 19. Now the difference is the Hand of Midas that's up on the face of the Void. And no Hand of Midas up on the Spectre. I'm not sure if Loda really wants to go for Hand of Midas on the Spectre, but we'll find out. But TC with his Midas, he will be getting ahead. Maybe not on last hits, but with farm and experience, both of those are gonna be in their favor as Bulldog with the invisibility rune. Gonna be maybe trying to find out a support. But so far can't do it. He's level 3 only. Maybe trying to hope that he can go for a kill together with the Spectre's ulti, but it's not going to be in time anymore. Spectre's ulti is on cooldown as we have a tower going down on the top lane talking about Spectre. Loda picks up the gold on that one. And instantly spends the gold apparently. There we go. It's going to be the drums that are almost done. Not just quite though. But the drums is the way Loda is going to go. Because we have got a level 6 up on the Magnus, so RP is there. We've got the last 2 as well. Blink Dagger 800 gold away. A bit more than that. So we might see some harassment coming up from Korak already. Some attempt to kill. I think he can kill S4 if he is gonna be catching S4 by surprise. So before he can wind run the shockwave, this can be kill. If he goes for, no, he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't have any mana anymore. Needs to have his bottle refilled. Gonna be getting the chicken to do that for him. Wow, look at that harassment though. And that's gonna be S4. Also an empty bottle. And the courier not yet for him there. there for him, that is. Wind run being used. S4 actually gonna be backing all the way off. Backing off all the way. Wow, my English is starting to go backwards. Awkward. 46 for 23, but I'm gonna be putting up the net worth with the hand of Midas on the map. That's just the difference that it will make, and you'll see at some point you'll see TC pulling up ahead. Even though for now it's still Loda, even with the excursion towards the bottom lane, it is gonna be Loda in favor of that net worth. Of course, you can also contribute that towards the tower that went down, of which he actually got the last hit from. So makes quite the difference there. So if TC actually pulls up ahead now of Loda, that means that he is even further ahead than it looks, purely based on the tower, which is still, of course, at some point gonna be going down on the bottom lane as well for No Tide Hunter. Tide Hunter. Sorry. Distracted again. Ike's Mike gonna be able to get some boots to use that before it walking towards it. Oh my god, boots. Happy times. That's 4. Having a weird animation here. You can't really see where she's aiming until she actually stops casting, because she's got like the bow like going all the way to the top and then she shoots. It's a bit more difficult to see that before than before, I feel like, but oh well. In the meantime, we have got EGM, who is still looking for the Captain Bamboo to be donated towards his account. He's gonna be almost level 6, and when he is, we might see him roaming around a bit more as well. Maybe trying to go for the bottom lane for a gank or something like that up on one of the supports, of which he can use the help of Spectre as well. As the thing about Spectre is, as we see EGM running for his life once again, oh, Spectre is gonna actually go towards the middle lane. There he goes. Loda gonna be going for Korok here. They really want it. There's a Torpedo, and he can turn it around. And it is Loda that's getting shackled and killed off. It is Flop that will still be turning S4 into a chicken before dying himself. Here comes EGM though, picks up Korok. And it's gonna be Ike's Mike that goes down as well. Now last 2 up on EGM, sticking around the tower range. Gonna be going down as well. 3 for 3. And what a fight that was, and why would No Tide Hunter do that and have got themselves a Spectre death? He could just be free farming like TC, but no, he was greedy, went for it. And the thing is, I mean, yes, it's a 3 for 3 trade, so it's not all bad, but the thing is, Loda did not get any part of that experience and gold because he was the first one to die. And that is something worth mentioning for sure. Gonna be now up on the bottom lane, knowing that he sees there. There is, however, a Chronosphere, so he has to be careful. He's a fairly tanky hero, though. But there is, therefore, gonna be some support. Disruption will be there, Soul Catcher as well. And there they're gonna go with Demonic Purge as well, and this is gonna be the end of Loda. The Flames is already there. He peps off Bola with the Flames as well, doesn't matter. He gets the kill. Now Loda, he is gonna be in a world of pain for this death, and it's gonna be EGM looking for a way and looking for a kill off. Who's he gonna go for? Is it gonna be TC? Vendetta gets backtracked, doesn't matter, he still goes down. Nice pickup for No Tide, and they're gonna be going for IX Mike next. Can they get a bit more? It's actually Liquid that's gonna be trying to turn this around. Disruption gonna be hitting up an S4 who's gonna be wind running himself out. Blink forward, Boba. 4 stacks of sticky napalm, Ether Shock, Power Shot. Boba is the one to go down. Shackle up on S4, but where's your damage, dude? Supports is the only thing left, and they get shackled and kill off with 1, 2, 3 hits, couple hits. There we go. Triple kill going the way of EGM. Nicely done, and that's a fight that No Tide Hunter would have wanted. But again, it's gonna be Spectre that had to pay for that one. 4 deaths though on the side of Liquid. Korok, the only one staying alive, even though that might not be going on for that much longer. Impale gonna be hitting on up on him. Power Shot goes through as well as a flare. And they might be able to get that, as we have got a bit of like game lag apparently. The RP gets there, as it's actually gonna be Loda that's gonna be going towards it as well. It is the Urn Charge that gets the kill. That was actually an ultra kill. TC gonna be trying to pick up EGM, gets it, and now running away for his life. Won't be able to do that though. It's gonna be S4's Power Shot that finishes it up. Blink in, last 2, S4 back towards the tower with you, he says, and he can do that, and he goes down. And that's gonna be No Tide Hunter paying for that. But again, not too bad. They kill off TC once more. That's the 2nd time he went down. It's just a short period of time in the same fight. Gets himself a kill, but that's not worth it, as we do see Loda gonna be trying to go for this one, getting shackled up with the boards from Fluff there as well. They'll turn into a chicken. We'll still be able to pick off IX Mike, but it's still gonna be paying for that one, I think. But it's gonna be him still alive for now, 58 HP, but there goes the Shadow Demon poison stacks as we're gonna see IX Mike. Sorry, that was Keeper of Light Miracle going down. IX Mike played that Keeper of Light for a long time, and all of a sudden it's 10 to 10 on the kill score. And I'm just gonna put this up because then you can see that it's actually Bulldog that hasn't died yet as the only person in this game for the entire game. We've got 3 deaths up on S4 all of a sudden, 2 deaths up on the Faceless Void. But you can see it for yourself. The difference is definitely there, and it's gonna be actually like on kills it's even, gold it's even, experience graph though slightly in favor of Liquid. They got the last kills. More importantly, so they killed off Loda now 3 times, and he is still struggling on the farm. Net worth wise, he is still able to almost keep up with the Faceless Void. It's actually S4 who's gonna be able to do that best of all. But he should be on par with that, and like I said, that Hand of Midas is already gonna be putting TC a bit ahead. But right now it will be putting him even more ahead purely because, well, because Loda already died 3 times, so that's hurting him a bit. And we'll see how this is gonna develop itself, because I mean, the potential for no tide is still there. I mean, we saw them fighting quite often, as we already see Loda gonna go down for the 4th time here. There we go. Well.
Spectre, I have no idea what you just said, but I could listen to you all day.
You know, you don't have normally a Spectre in the game. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, more fights, S4 going down.
Lies broken.
So it's kind of nice to sometimes hear what heroes have to say to Spectre. Apparently, Bad Rider is quite charmed.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Quite charmed with that one, as Bulldog actually goes down for the first time. Shadow Sham, this was a solo kill. Solo kill with the wards, and Fluff staying alive through that one. Nice job. Tower, by the way, getting denied. So that was the 2nd tower to go down on the side of Liquid. Nice deny though, at least able to get that, as there's no towers down yet on the side of no Tidehunter. Korok with the haste rune has still got an RP, maybe trying to go for Miracle here. Gonna be looking for him, gonna be diving that tower. Shockwave will hit, Square will hit as well, and that is gonna be an RP just used for a solo Keeper of Light. Korok says, hey there, Miracle, bye Miracle, I'm just on my way to bottom lane, welcome to the party. And that's gonna be him trying to defend bottom lane, gonna be trying to stop Spectre from farming. She's happy now though, knowing that the DRP is on cooldown indeed. As we have got EGM with his level 10 Vendetta, so still needs 1 level to get his level 2 Vendetta, I guess. With the level 10 is going to be going towards the bottom lane. Let's see if they can catch out Korok, as the Shackle actually latch Power Shot as well, and that is going to be Korok trying to score himself away, won't be able to do so. It is S4 that gets the last hit in, as we do see a hook shot into the Shadow Demon. Vendetta, of course, helping out from EGM. Gets himself an assist for that one, and it's gonna be no Tidehunter gathering with 5 heroes on the bottom lane, including Loda, who has picked up 1 of his Blades of Alacrities and has got the 4 staff going the way of S4 actually. And it's gonna be him having that complete. I'm quite surprised to see, well, I'm not really sure if he's gonna go for the Fusilate or Yasha. Both can still work out, I guess. For now though, no Tidehunter, they're just utilizing Loda's potential as, I don't know, lightning detector or something to go for all the hatred from Liquid.
Bottom tower has fallen.
But I don't know, it could, for now it feels like it could have been any other hero, any other carry hero, I guess.
Illusion!
We're gonna be seeing after the tier 1 tower bottom went down, no Tidehunter. Rotating mid with 4, with Loda still wanting to farm bottom, not gonna be doing that one though for now.
Dire's top
Flare
tower
coming
is
top,
under
Loda
attack.
actually keeping top as well, want to try to get this farm here, which is incoming. 4 heroes smoked up for no Tide, gonna be trying to defend the tower as well, maybe trying to force out a fight if indeed Liquid tries to go for a kill upon Loda. Loda's gonna be bait in this case. Sentry ward. Vendetta being used though, they see him walking through. TC, 4 staff forward, he's not gonna go for it though. Oh! Nice chrono dodge. There's a nice shackle as well. No Tide, nice impale. It's a front 2. Fluff will be bursted down. Miracle double kill. TC running himself out, doesn't have anything anymore to give. And that is gonna be 2 nice kills on EGM. He realized that the sentry was there. He got 1 attack from a ranged creep. That still hit. realized he was being spotted out
Radiant's
and
top
dodged the
tower is under
chronosphere,
attack.
and that made all the difference.
Dire's bottom tower is
No
under
Tide
attack.
Hunter pushing on
Dire's
with a
structures
tier
are
2
fortified.
tower being the target next. Loda
Radiant's
continues
top
from
tower
Flame Ray
is
trying
under
to
attack.
trying to defend or trying to delay
Dire's
the
bottom
push, I
tower
should say
is under
rather.
attack.
I can't believe he dodged that chrono. Nice play indeed. As Korok picked himself up the blink dagger, so that will make a difference for sure. As Liquid has 2 blink daggers now, but one upon Korok, one upon Bulba. The question is, can they be as aggressive
Dire's
as they
bottom
want to
tower
be?
is under attack.
Because it is no Tide Hunter for now that is declaring when the fight happens and why the fight happens and where the fight happens. And who dies and who doesn't. Well, not really that, but you know what I mean. S4 died 4 times. Doing him justice, I guess. He's doing still okay though. He's highest in far for his team. Getting called back towards the top lane. Keeper of Light recall. They want to fight this. Blink away already from both the Korok and ooh.
And it's off.
One Korok in the
Dire's
back.
top tower
They don't know
is
he's sitting
under
there though.
attack.
They don't know he's sitting there. And that is gonna be no Tide Hunter for the first time, I think, rotating for nothing with all heroes there.
Dire's middle tower
Liquid though,
is under
smoking up as
attack.
well. Gonna be going for EGM here. Wanted to go for a blink. Oh, nice first staff. Shackle will latch. There's a chrono still. Hits up on only S4 though, and a TC can't do anything with his own chrono. Here comes the Spectre ulti. Bulldog being locked inside his own cogs as a chicken, as Bulba is gonna be probably going down from the light fluff. From the RP score. Loda goes down. I was gonna still say from the tick of the urn, and IX Mike will be in a lot of trouble. Partial will finish him off. It is going to be double kill for S4, and that is going to be TC going down, as well as the control that as no Tide Hunter has. And the predictability. It is phenomenal. No Tide Hunter playing out of their minds, and Liquid, they just, like, they have this team fight potential with 2 heroes. They've got this lasso to shut down anybody that they can, but they just can't get their foot in the door, and no Tide Hunter with sheer control
Radiant's
getting
bottom
the advantage in
tower
this
is
game
under
for now,
attack.
with the Spectre, I mean, again dying, like, seriously. I mean, I don't mean seriously if, like, Loda died again, I mean, like, it could have been any other hero. Spectre is not the reason why no Tide Hunter is doing well or not so well, considering which way you want to look at it, considering that carry keeps dying, but it could have been any other hero, I feel like, still. As we're seeing the gold graph now going the way of no Tide Hunter, with having all tier 1 off though, so we can of course take that into consideration. So I guess in theory the farm is slightly in favor of Liquid, considering they still have to take down all their towers. We're going to be having the experience graph though. That's going to be around the 0 line, with both teams picking up kills left and right, but no Tide Hunter being the one to declare the control of it, as we got to see the levels being IX Mike still on level 7, but the highest level in the game. Why do I keep saying IX Mike, but it's Miracle level 7. The highest level in the game is going to be the Windrunner. S4, highest level in the game, level 15. Higher than the Faceless Void, who's got himself a Hand of Midas, and that is something that should not be happening. Tier 1 tower. This is the first one to go down in the set of no time. They don't want to defend this. They might be able to get a tier 1 in return though. Tier 2 that is.
Tower has fallen.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all. 4 staff being built by Miracle. Again, that control, that mobility that they have. It's not even all that built into their heroes, but the ones that they do have, it's gonna be happy to have that one for staff. As we are gonna be seeing a mechanism up by Bulldog.
Boom, there it
And
goes.
it's actually this is the first time that we've had a couple of moments of peace and quiet. No Tide Hunter up until this point, and Liquid as well. I mean, we've had ourselves almost 40 kills in the span of 22 minutes. Those kind of games happen, but for now, I mean, Liquid, they've got themselves a Faceless Void. They want to continue farming. Oh, EGM, be careful. Illuminate's gonna fly through. Shackle up on Bulba, and there is gonna be IX Mike, gonna be going down first. There goes Bulba second, and it is no Tidehunter again with the aggression. Fluff gonna be going down there as well. Here comes Loda with the Haunt, and it is gonna be Korok and TC running away. The two heroes
Dire's
with the
middle tower
RP,
is under attack.
with the Chronosphere that they cannot get, they cannot grasp. So it might not be that smart to go in for a push right now, but having all the supports picked up, still very strong, and they had no chance to do anything at all. No Tidehunter coming from the high ground, no ward vision from Liquid at all on the bottom side. This is the only wards that they have right here and there. And it is no Tidehunter that's gonna be with that victory. They're gonna be getting the Roshan. And 3 more kills on up their sleeves, 3 more kills in their pocket. I can't believe their control. It's like Liquid. I'm not sure if they're just not playing their A game right now, but no Tidehunter. They seem to be knowing when and what happens, and it is going to be something that Liquid still is yet searching to deal with, searching how to deal with it. As we do have a Maelstrom up on TC, will be able to join himself in
Dire's
fights
middle
a
tower
bit
is
faster
under
than
attack.
otherwise with something like a
Dire's
BKB
middle
and a
tower
Battle Fury or
has
something like that. But also he's being forced into that build
fallen
purely
to the
because of the
ground.
aggression that no Tidehunter shows. And Aegis goes the way, of course, of Loda Spectre. 3,600 gold up on him. Still only has got the Blade of Leprosy. And we saw in his inventory earlier already. Is it going to be a Mantis Cell? Is it going to be the Fusel Blade? We don't know yet. And we hope to find out fairly soon. Might still be going for a Radiance. It's something that sometimes Spectres go for. I mean, that was actually one of the core items that Spectres wanted to have a year back, a year and a half back maybe even. And just go for that Radiance and have that burn up for your Haunt Illusions as well. And it is gonna be very, very well, playing a very big role in those kind of fights. Even though I have to say the fights are lasting quite short, and short fights are not really ideal for Radiances. It's long fights with lots of Radiance burns. That's the one that you want to have with that Radiance burn. Anyways, in the meantime, Fluff farming a bit on the bottom lane is going to be going for a 4-step by looks of it as well. Maybe he's still going for a mechanism depending on what the other guys are building. We do have the Mjolnir now up on TC, so that will be helping out quite a bit. As 4-staff still being built up by Bulba, as well as yeah, it is going to be probably the mechanism built up by Fluff, as they kind of need that. Like, if you're going to be having these short fights, mechanism can make all the difference. Like I just said, if they're short burst fights, a mechanism can make sure that the burst is not going to be enough to kill people off anymore. As the bottom lane TPs themselves out into safety,
Dire's bottom
thinking
tower
someone
is
might
under attack.
be coming in to kill them off. But there's not. They do have ward vision though. They've got wards around there, and they've got now also a ward here, just newly placed. As they needed some kind of control, they realized that after last gank. And it is no talent that instead is going to be going top. They're going to be doing this, and they're going to be having also almost a 4-staff up on EGM, as there's already a 4-staff of course up on S4, who was able to save his teammate a couple of times. The Blink Dagger on Nyx is already there. We have got Spectre actually buying something, and it is going to be the Radiance. It is indeed going to be the Radiance, so that's interesting. And hello, Sheepstick almost ready up on S4. It just needs the Mana Void, or Void Stone that is, and almost has that ready. Maybe with this kind of creep waves, and he can do that, can get that, and will be able to be having the sheep with more control. Like, they'd be constantly getting that control, and the EGM is allowed to get the rest of the creep wave, since S4 indeed already got himself the Scythe of Vice, and that is gonna be done for him right now.
Homing in.
TC still happily farming. Well, he needs to farm. He needs the
Radiant's
BKB
top
as well.
tower is under attack.
He's been shut down quite a bit. If he was in his own Chronosphere, can't even, forced out of his own
Dire's bottom
Chronosphere,
tower
something
is
that you
under
can't really
attack.
allow to happen. So BKB is then needed to be able to get all the freedom that you want in that Chronosphere. As he's gonna be going top to continue the farm, leaving his team that was there as backup for him a bit hanging. But they're gonna be okay. Fluff actually is gonna be TPing out. Smart choice, because there's already gonna be people coming here. Miracle actually popping his spirit form for that one. As EGM was already trying to scout something out with his Vendetta, but couldn't catch IX Mike anymore. And indeed, the BKB TC just needs the recipe for it. So only about 1k gold. 1k gold. Then he has it. 1k gold is also the difference that is in favor of Empire of No Tide, which is really, like I said, not that big of a difference. Though now I can't really say anything about towers anymore, because there's only one tower difference, and 1 tower difference there's one tower denied also on the side of Liquid, so the difference is really
Radiant's
low.
bottom
As we
tower
have
is
got the
under
experience
attack.
difference showing a bit more. No Tidehunter having the control.
Dire's
No Tidehunter
middle
having the
tower is
experience.
under
5k
attack.
in their favor. Tower will drop.
Radiant's
S4 picks
bottom
up the gold
tower
for that
has
one.
fallen.
And it is gonna be them to maybe go for another lane instead. I don't really think they're gonna be able to get a fight in. Not a head-on fight. Like the fights that they have taken, they've been taken by just outsmarting their opponents, ganking their opponents, and just like that. And that's not 5-on-5, and they know they can't take a 5-on-5 head-on fight purely because of that RP as well as the Chronospheres. We have got Loda, by the way, having indeed his Radiance complete, figuring he could still do that even with the kind of bad start that he had, I guess. But he is still not doing as good as S4 or as the TC is doing, but he's still not doing too bad either. We have got 4 heroes of Liquid gonna be defending on the top lane, and it's gonna be no Tidehunter that's also rotating towards the top lane. I don't think that S4 showed his sheepstick just yet, so that will be something new for Liquid to deal with. And if that BKB is not yet up in the Chronosphere, that means that it's going to be Phases Void that's going to be turned into a piglet inside its own Chronosphere, meaning that the Chronosphere is going to be almost completely useless because, as we already discussed, there's not that much that can go through the Chronosphere apart from Phases Void itself, and I mean like damage-wise from Liquid. Unless they place fires from that rider there earlier or something like that. As we have got the tier 2 tower getting fortified. Actually, they want to try to at least delay the push in, but they're going to be having their tower dropped anyway. With the Dire sharing the gold for that one. And that is a fake one, they realize that now as well. And the rotation goes on. The last tier 1 tower still standing in the mid lane, and that's going to be the one that no Tidehunter wants to get. Let's see if Liquid actually wants to try to defend that. They have the BKB ready now. They have got the Blink Dagger up on the Magnus, the Ghost Scepter as well. They could try to take this. They need no Tidehunter in the right position though, and look at their positioning. Like they have got Clockwork that can just hook himself in. They've got a note. They've got themselves. Actually, there's TC getting turned into a piglet already. I'm gonna follow him for a second. He still wants to pop his Chronosphere. It is gonna be Fluff that already gets picked up. There goes the Chrono. It's upon 2. It's gonna be EGM that's gonna be the first one to go down. S4 taking a lot of damage, can still maybe try to get away. Has got a wind run up again, but he gets RP'd. Hello, Korok. No follow-up though. Everybody backs himself up. They pick up. Nobody. Well, Miracle gets picked up at the tower, but that is a net again. Again, a fight going the way of no Tide, and Loda this time able to do so much. And like I said, this was a longer fight. The burn damage really doing its work. And we saw TC just shut down. And then when the Chronosphere was there, it was nice, and he was able to pick up that Nyx Assassin real fast. But it is just not. It is not gonna be the Chronosphere that he wanted to have, and he didn't get a S4. He only got a support. And I was just pointing out also that, of course, the positioning from No Tide. I mean, we saw TC jumping himself in a less than optimal situation. He got himself in there, realized, oh, they're not that grouped up. I can't go for Chrono right now because I'll waste it. So he just stood there for a second thinking about what he was going to do. Realized he couldn't do anything, got turned into a piglet, and then got shot down. And then the fight began. Then, of course, the Haunt was there as well, creating a lot of chaos. That's something that Spectre does really well, creating chaos, because those the supports actually take a lot of damage from that illusion, from that Spectre. So, something that they have to be be worried about, basically. And no Tidehunter not getting anything in return from that fight, so that is going to be something that Liquid can be happy about, but also not letting a team fight go. And that is something, again, I mean, if you're going to be up against an RP guy and against Phases Void, team fight is something that you should be worried about. But so far, no Tidehunter, they've got no worries. They just dodge it. They just play smart and dodge it.
Coming in.
Flare coming in again, only catches out TC. They have smoked up here on the back end of things. They're going to go maybe for a wraparound. Can't go a wraparound. Not really. They're going to be able to find Admiral Bulldog first, though. Ward gets placed up the high ground. Let's see where they're gonna go. Bulldog, careful. Now he sees them. And no, we better run, Bulldog. Never mind. Pops the cogs, gets lassoed, and they got him. And here comes the Haunt, though. Bulldog actually still alive. Here comes S4. Gonna try to shackle TC. Can't do anything. Goes down before he can pop his Chrono. And we have got the Shadow Demon getting picked up of things. And that's 3 dead on the side of Liquid with 2 supports. And more importantly, TC getting picked up once more before getting its Chrono. And this is something that No Tidehunter was waiting for, because nobody of them went down. The tankiest hero, the Clockwork, was the one to take all the heat, and he is still alive. He's just heating himself up, and he can help his team with supports with the Flare anyway, so doesn't really need to do that much. There's gonna be no time until waiting for the quick waves to probably just try to take down the tier 3, or maybe trying to force out a buyback from the Faceless Void, but he doesn't have buyback yet. He's just way too poor. He's just way too poor.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Slowly but steadily the tower go down. There is still an RP upon the Gork, but he is just top. So he's not even there. Now he's gonna TP towards his base. But in the meantime, there's gonna be Bulba that still goes down. S4 getting it done. Now goes for Fluff. One more hit needed. There we go. Spectre that gets a double kill, actually also picking up the Shadow Demon just with the Haunt. And that is gonna be a tier 3 going down.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And no Titans are not backing off, even though they're fairly low. Dagon up on EGM now as well.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Didn't
under
go
attack.
for the 4-step after all, just went for a Dagon. More burst damage from those supports. Chrono, low that trouble. Is there gonna be enough damage? Oh, who can? Stuns up, Faceless Void for just a second. Might be giving Loda enough time. The Cogs as well. Bulldog giving his life for his teammate, and it's gonna be working out. There is gonna be, however, an RP, or at least an attempted RP. Didn't work out as intended. It's gonna be a team wipe, and no Tidehunter coming out ahead once more. And they are gonna be able to clean out these racks, and this actually might be GG, and I'm just thinking, what just happened? No Tidehunter picked themselves up a Spectre, and I just kept saying that it could have been any other hero, but actually the Haunt is making a big difference right now, as we have got Fluff trying to defend this tower. Is gonna be trying to shackle up Loda perhaps. He's gonna be get forced up into safety. There's a nice disruption, but Shackle still ledges. Here comes the lasso. Loda finally goes down. He buys back though. Can just haunt himself straight in. And he does do so. Gonna be going for Bulba. Gets a double kill. Gets a triple kill, even with going down. And another team wipe on the side of Liquid. Well, I can't really call it a team wipe because, I mean, Magnus was still dead for the entire duration. And that is the GG called. No Tidehunter once again. They were the ones to get Liquid to the losers bracket. And they are also the ones to knock them out of the losers bracket as well. And they are going to be up in the losers bracket finals up against the loser of... Korak, thank you for this nice thing. Yeah, in the losers bracket finals. They are gonna be loser bracket finals? Yeah, loser bracket finals. They're gonna be up against the loser of Virtus Pro versus Dignitas. A match that is yet to be played, probably gonna be played tomorrow. Let's see if I can find a schedule for you. The initial schedule was that tomorrow at 5 CET time we're gonna be having the winners bracket finals. Which is of course also going to be in time to still see for you to see the defense finals afterwards. But it all depends on the teams if they can actually get that done. So we're going to be finding that out after today probably. So keep an eye on that. The finals are scheduled for Sunday as well as the losers bracket finals. Decide which one is going to be going up against that against the winner of the winners bracket. And we'll be seeing next, well we won't be seeing the next game today. I'm probably just going to be playing some, as we'll be jumping ourselves out of this game. If you want to support me, check out my website SheeverGaming.com, where you can find all the ways to support me, including Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, etc. So that's that. I am going to be jumping myself out of this game, and this was, of course, the Ritmix Russian Dota 2 League, the Consolidation Losers Bracket Finals, and we're going to be seeing No Tidehunter up against either either Virtus Pro or Dignitas in the losers bracket finals Sunday after the winners bracket finals tomorrow. Wow, I'm messing this up a lot, aren't I? But anyway, if you keep an eye on SheeverGaming.com, you know when what happens, so you can see everything there. Anyway, don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.